What an opening night thriller. That's how you start the season. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Raptors. I'm your host, Sethisham, my channel where you get reviews, analysis, predictions, and hot takes on all things Raptors as well as some NBA. So, before I get into the video, I just want to give full disclosure. My 7-month-old is crawling around making noise. So, if you guys are getting that in the background, I apologize. But, kids don't sleep these days. I don't know why. But the Raptors played their opening night game today, and they did it was one game that was very intense and it was fun to watch. So without further ado, let's talk about this game. Now, the Raptors and Cleveland are teams that are on the up in the East, and everybody expects them to have good games, and that's exactly what happened today. The first quarter was nip and tuck. The Raptors, I think, took a 5-point lead, and then, Cleveland kind of tried to blow the game open in the second quarter. Then, we go into the halftime. The Raptors come back with a little bit more defensive intensity. And by the fourth quarter, it's, again, nip and tuck. And the Raptors are just, defensively, I don't know what the hell Nick Nurse said in the locker room. They put those big men because Cleveland has Josh Allen. I think that might be football, but anyways, Allen and Mobley in the paint protecting it, and Donovan Mitchell assisting with the ball. So it's hard to defend that, but the Raptors did a damn good job, and the Raptors pulled a victory out with 108-105. And if I had to, it's only one game, but you can always take out positive and negatives out of this game. The first positive I saw was Pascal and Gary Trent. It seems like since the preseason, these guys have found some rhythm. Pascal put up 23 points. He put up a double-double today. Gary Trent Jr. was, on spot. I think put up 19 points. And everybody else contributed here and there. It took OG a little bit of a while to get going, but when he did, he made the big buckets that we needed. And I think it had a lot to do with him banging bodies with the big guys against the Cleveland, which kind of, put him off. The second good thing I saw was Freddie has lost some weight. He looks a lot more fit, which will help out with his injury issues of his hip, his leg, all of those things. And he looks a lot more mobile, which is going to help us. The next thing that I saw the Raptors do very, very well was play defense, at least in the third and fourth quarter. Second quarter was abysmal, but it seems like when the Raptors want to play that defense, they can play that defense. And if they continue to do that for fourth quarter moving on in the next games, they might. It might have taken that, in the first two quarters, the Raptors, it's opening night. You still have those opening night jitters, not a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are happening and you're just, nervous and just not into the whole season aspect. But I think the Raptors will improve on that going forward because they showed flashes of it today. And we didn't have some of our main guys, which was Kem Birch, Chris Boucher, and Otto Porter Jr., who are going to be a big part in playing that type of defense that Raptors do, which is small ball defense. But at the same time, you're still big enough to go after the big guys. The last thing, and I think the Raptors have continued this from the last season, which is they do not give up. They proved that today because, Cleveland destroyed us in the second quarter, but the Raptors did not give up. We were trailing in the third quarter. We tried to get a lead in the early fourth quarter, but then, Cleveland made a comeback, but we did not give up and we continued to, constantly go at them. And the last good thing that I saw the Raptors do was Pascal seemed like the moment wasn't too big for him. He finished well. I think what happened, and the Raptors are now realizing that Gary Trent Jr. has ice in his veins because he's our best free throw shooter. So we put him on the line. He missed one, but that's okay. And the go-ahead bucket, because it was tied at 190, Cleveland 99, and the Raptors at 100, 1 point difference. And Freddie had an open 3-point shot, but he passed it up. And it was about 2 minutes left to Gary Trent Jr., who nailed that 3-point shot. And that was the dagger shot for this game. So, and then Pascal, about 1:20 left, they were inching it closer, puts us up by, I think, 6 at that point, which caused a 2-possession game. So that was, that showed that Raptors don't give up, and that is good to see. And then the Raptors are starting to believe in Gary Trent and Pascal moving forward, and they're believing in themselves. So I hope they continue to do that moving forward. Now, there is some things that the Raptors didn't do well, and again, this is the first game of the season, so you can't buy too much into it, but I hope these issues are improved. were just, an open night write-off, which was one was lack of movement. I don't think the Raptors were moving the ball well enough. When they decided to move the ball, which was in the fourth quarter, there were a lot of, transition buckets. There were a lot great transition buckets. There were a lot of getting to the rim. There were open three-point shots, a lot of good movement happening. And it seemed like the guy that made that difference was Gary Trent, because every time in the first three quarters the ball went to him, he wasn't really assisting the ball. He was holding on to it, taking bad shots. But when he gets the ball moving, when the ball gets to him, it seems like the defense collapses a lot more because they know he's a good shooter, and it opens up everybody else. So that's something that the Raptors need to improve on, which is assisting the ball. The second thing is Scotty, man. Scotty went, there was this one bucket where Scotty just took on Allen and just bang bodies, put him to his left and got to the rim. And that tied the game for us, or was it put us ahead? But the fact was that he did that, and he's good at that. He needs to be more aggressive offensively because he is going to be very important for us, and it's going to be very important for his growth. So I would like to see Scotty be more aggressive on the offensive end. We know what he can do on the defensive end. The other thing is free throws. It seems like the Raptors had an extra 8 free throws that they missed. 9 free throws, actually. And sorry about that, guys. She hit, she's crawling, so she hit a chair. So, free throws were an issue. If we would have nailed all of our free throws, or even 90% of our free throws, we would be ahead in this game most of the time. And the Raptors didn't do a good job. Even missed one free throw when the game was close. So the Raptors need to improve on that. And that was an issue that was there last year too. So the Raptors need to do a better job at that. And the last thing is using the paint. I think the Raptors, they need to get over the hurdle, or this, the fear of banging bodies underneath. The Raptors have enough height, enough girth to be able to get to the bucket and take on any amount of centers that are there, man. And they showed that. Scotty showed that, and Pascal showed that, and we got foul shots out of it. So they need to do that more consistently, regardless of who's trying to protect the rim. These guys can't take you on when you go off the dribble. So that's something else that I would like the Raptors to possibly, I don't buy into it too much. I think it was just an opener night, but I hope these issues don't arise in the future games. So that's what I have for you guys for this video. I know the highlight play, I think, was the putback dunk from Koloko, where he put his balls in CD Osman's face on the putback, which was freaking awesome to look at. So I think that was the highlight play, because it was just good to watch, that a rookie was willing to do that, and he showed some great ability to move, be agile, and help the Raptors out. But I'm not gonna again buy too much into that. So that is what I have for you guys for this video. I want to keep it short this season because, again, I don't want to bore you guys with too much details. I will see you guys after the next game. We play the great Ben Simmons on Friday, so let's see what happens there. I will see you guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button and help the channel grow.